Hey guys, it's Brian at SMU Designs again. It's been a while since I put a video out, so I want to kind of give you a little idea of what I've got going on today. I was asked by a high school to redo their football scoreboard, and I'll post a little picture of it up in this little area right here, of what it looked like before and kind of the steps that I'm going through to recondition it and put it back to where it looks good and to where it's actually enjoyable for the football team to look at, and the spectators for that matter. So I've got some interesting products I'm going to use today, and I'm going to give you a little insight as to what I've got going on. Okay, so first here's a little one of the panels that are on the scoreboard. It's about 6 panels altogether. Including the very top panel, you're looking at about a 9 foot tall by 16 feet wide scoreboard. So you can just kind of see how old the paint is. It's been on there for a while, and I actually thought about sandblasting this thing at first, but I talked to a guy who does sandblasting, and he said since it's thin aluminum that it would either damage or potentially blast a hole through the thin sheet metal. Here's an idea of how thin it is there. It's probably, I would say, 16 gauge, maybe probably an 18 gauge thin sheet metal. But that brings us to what I'm going to do to take this old paint off. I've got a few panels in here already with this stripper, this paint stripper, already applied to it. Those are the little screens for the scoreboard, for the lights that light up for the score and time and whatnot. I've got about, I think, 12 of those to do as well. But as you can see, this paint is just kind of already bubbling off, and all I've done is one small coat and let it sit for about 2 hours at this point. So I'm going to get a little screwdriver or scraper and show you what it does. So I've got a little scraper here. I'm just going to hit this a little bit and see where we're at here. And that is down to the bare aluminum, and I'm barely putting any effort in that. And what I'm going to do is let this soak a little bit longer. Then I'm actually going to hit it with a pressure washer and take the rest of it off. I feel like it should flake off pretty easy at this point. So let me just show you what I've used here. I've read some good reviews about this stuff and seen other people on YouTube use the same thing, and until I just saw it and used it just now, I was a little skeptical, because it did have such good reviews. But let me show you what I've used. All right, this is the stuff here. It's called Citristrip. This is the 64 ounce bottle you can get at Lowe's for a little under $20. On those 2 signs that you see in there, I've used maybe, I can't really tell, not quite half of this thing yet, but I think I can get all the signs done with just that one 64 ounce tube. If not, you're looking at $40 to get this whole job done, which isn't really a bad price considering the cost of sandblasting and then replacing these sheet metal panels, which I priced actually, and you're looking at about $146 per panel to replace these sheet metal panels, and I think I'd probably need 4 or 5, so you're looking at $600 versus a $40 stripper to get it back to bare metal. Also, you can kind of see this little basin I made. I just got a plastic drop cloth and bought 3 2x4 by 10s, cut one of them in half. I made a little 10 by 5 kind of a basin, I guess, just to keep this stuff from getting all over the ground and all over the garage floor. Now, I think this is a environmentally friendly stripper. Well, you can pause it there and read it. But all the reviews said that it's great stuff, and I'm here to vouch for it at this point. It works extremely well. I'm gonna go over the rest of the panels and let them soak for a couple hours each, and then I'll come back to the finished product. I actually want to apologize as well. I just realized I was filming all that in the portrait mode, so hopefully this will be a little bit better for your viewing pleasure. Apologize in advance, but here's where we are at this point. All right, this is after pressure washing it off. Let that gel stuff soak on there overnight, probably like 8 to 10 hours in total. and you can actually see where the sign has been lettered once before. Underneath there is the old outline for the old letters, and then they've actually come back and reprimed it and repainted it. And you can see actually a little bit of Bondo and stuff that's in there too. But that gel stuff worked really good. I'm going to now let it dry out and kind of sand a little bit and prep it. Maybe hit some of the low spots with a little bit of Bondo, maybe some primer, and fill it in a little bit. But I'll show you guys after I get done with that how it turned out. All right, guys, here's the wrapped first panel. It turned out really good. It's really close to the color they were looking for. Also, that's one of the Scoreboard, or excuse me, one of the light covers I was talking about. I actually sanded that down, painted it with this Krylon Color Master in a gloss burgundy. Oddly enough, that was the closest match. They call the color of the vinyl a purple red, but the paint that matched it closely, or excuse me, closest, was that red burgundy, the gloss burgundy rather. But yeah, as you can see, it turned out really nice. I'm very happy with how it's turning out so far. All right, so here's the finished product on one of them. I'm not going to show you all of them right now. I'll wait until it's all up in the air and I'll kind of take a video. But I think it turned out really nice. You can see a few of the flaws there when the sun hits it, but you know, that comes down to the metal just being so old and being recovered 2 times before this. So all in all, I think they'll be happy with it. It looks really good with the new vinyl and everything. So I will show you the picture of it when it's all ready to go. Alright, so there you have it, finished product. It took about 4 hours to get put back up. Had to run to the hardware store and get some more material, but that's kind of the finished result there. I have a feeling everybody's going to be happy with it, and finished it about a week and a half early before football season started. So not bad for last minute. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments.